plan for our next chapter in life. Let's get real about what our narrative has been telling us, our negative narrative that we have listened to for way too long. It's time to let go of doubt. Let's feed ourselves positivity. Let's feed ourselves joy. Let's learn how to speak in a joyful way. Let's learn how to speak in a way that not only lifts ourselves up, but lifts others up. Welcome back to Dream With Us. I want to talk more about narrative therapy and why I'm deciding to pursue this certification. One, I want to expand Dream With Us into a coaching practice. I want to get back into working one-on-one with folks to help them explore their dreams, explore their authentic self, and develop into the person they want to be, no matter what age they are. See, years ago, I taught hypnobirthing. This was a practice which was generally one-on-one with couples, and I helped people dismantle, dissect, get rid of their fear regarding birth. And by using hypnosis, using advocacy within the group, I helped guide so many hundreds of people throughout my tenure have safer, shorter, easier births. But I thought every time I had a client who gave birth, that was it. Sometimes they would call me back. I'd happily come back and witness all of their babies being born, guide them through their fears and anxieties. But there was no other parts. And I thought hypnobirthing was such a great tool of just getting rid of those fears. And I use hypnobirthing in my day-to-day life. I remind myself that it is okay to step forward when we feel this fear, because anxiety oftentimes is this disconnect from reality. I would tell people when they're feeling anxious, when they're feeling really overwhelmed, I would try to break it down into logical steps. So with birth, you have contractions that should last about 45 seconds to a minute long. Logically, I can get through anything if it's only lasting 45 seconds or a minute. I can stand on one foot for a minute. I'd struggle. It would be hard. It wouldn't be easier. But at the end of that minute, I knew I was going to be able to put my other foot down and stabilize myself. Remind myself that each step was getting me closer to that goal. Just like a marathon, just like a road race, just like a college course or a certification course. Each module, each step brings you closer to your goal. So we have to think of that in all areas of our life. If we're working towards our retirement and we want our next chapter to have a business plan, a financial freedom, if we want to explore the world, travel more, if we want to pay off our house, if we want to pay off all our student loans and our debts and everything else that we acquire over the years, how can we take that one step at a time? Because when we look at it from this perspective, we go, oh my God, this is so overwhelming. There's no way. Just like giving birth. You can say, there's no way that kid's coming out of me. There's no way. Your body gets bigger and bigger and bigger as a woman, and you're just overwhelmed and scared of the idea. You go to the fear that keeps being placed on us little by little. People are interacting with us on a daily basis. Your parents and your mom will tell you every horror story under the sun. Same goes for retirement. Same goes for your next chapter. Same goes for wanting to start that business. You are going to have people that are going to constantly tell you all the bad stuff. Why are they doing that? Why do they keep telling you everything that's wrong with your plan? Because they love you. Oh, it's such a stupid thing to say. Because they love you and they think they're protecting you. People don't know how to communicate through love and joy. They don't know how to communicate through excitement and trust. We are ingrained with our narratives. We are ingrained with the idea of social and cultural and historical context that influences us. We believe we can't do it. So we don't. We listen to them. Instead of going out and finding people that are really on our team have gone through it, done it with us. See, when I gave birth to the twins using hypnobirthing, I had this gorgeous, beautiful 5-hour birth that was easy and empowering. I felt like I could do anything. I remember literally feeling like this out-of-body experience that I had all of a sudden tapped into all of my strength, my strong feminine strength that guided me into believing that I could do anything. I remember thinking, oh, as I was because I had to have the twins in a operating room for safekeeping. How terrifying is that? How scary is it to feel like, oh my God, if I don't do this exactly right, they're going to cut me open. Going into your next chapter can feel like that you are on unsafe grounds, that you could possibly be cut open. So as I was coming back from that operating room, being pushed back into my birthing room or hospital room, I remember listening to other women during their birthing process and going, oh, I wish I could jump into their bodies and do it for them. I wish I could feel that empowerment all over again and feel that strength that came from within me and that release of letting go of all of your fears, all of your anxieties, to trust in yourself. I changed my story in that moment. Was I able to share that story very often with people? Because I would share that story randomly. And I would get the response back. Oh, I didn't have that kind of birth. It wasn't empowering. I didn't enjoy it. Oh my God, it was the worst thing ever. Oh, isn't that nice that you had a short birth? And I got quiet. But I found my people. I taught hypnobirthing. I went to hypnobirthing conferences. I enjoyed those spaces, but they were selective spaces. They were private spaces. And I want to create spaces that give us that opportunity to connect with one another, to change our narrative, to lean into it. Because oftentimes we will feel as though there's no space for us. See, when I decided to go back, to school, when I decided to reconnect and find new friends at pottery classes, it was all in search of those people, the people that would empower me, make me feel like I could be me. And in this chapter of yours, it is important to start writing that chapter now. Find new people that lift you up, encourage you to be you. I met me and Joe went out on a date with one of his coworkers, and I met his wife, Mariella. Amazing human being. And she was like the first person that I had ever met who was over the top excited for me, but had no interest in the things that I was doing. Wouldn't that be wonderful for you to be a Mariella, a person who will be so encouraging? I remember talking to her about my dogs, and she would just be over the top, like, oh my God, you must love your dogs. They must give you so much joy. What have you done with them? Do they like doing this? She went into a whole list of questions about my dogs. And then I was like, oh, do you have dogs? And she was like, no, I hate dogs. I don't want dogs. And I'm like, what? I've never met somebody who could be exuberant about other people's things that they have no desire to have in their life. And it got me thinking. It made me realize that I need to also be exuberant and joyful towards people who are maybe not on the same page as me. It doesn't mean that I have to always have everything perfect with them. We don't have to be connected every single day, but it is so important for you to recognize that, are you being discouraging? Are you poo-pooing on somebody's dream? Are you waving your warning flags when they are telling you they want to do something new? Oh, are you sure that's a good idea with your schedule? You really want to go back to school? Like, that's a lot of work. And I know how stressful it was the last time you went back to school. And what about your kid? And how about this? They've already gone through that. When somebody is willing to tell you something exciting about what they want to do in their lives, they've already gone through all the narratives. It's already ingrained in there. So just because we think we're being helpful, help them recognize that they are actually the heroes in their own story. They know their life better than anybody else. And when they get the courage to share something in their lives, it's because they've already felt it. They've already broken down all their fears and they say, listen, I'm going for it. Your job is to say, awesome. I'm so excited for you. When do you start? Is there anything you need help with? I'm always there for you. Because when you start doing that for other people, they might learn how to do it for you. And when you want to go out and be courageous and start something new, like creating a whole new business or a YouTube channel, or traveling to Italy and seeking out your dream home, selling your home so you can afford it, be the encouragement, be the joy, be the light in your life. Oh, did you remember to comment? Did you remember to subscribe? Did you remember to like this video? If not, you have a chance to do that right now. Oh, and did you remember to watch all of our other videos? There's a lot of ones. There's a lot. And we just hit this milestone that I've been dying for. I have 71 videos that include shorts, so I really don't feel like that really counts. But 71 videos and 74 subscribers. That's freaking awesome. I had this feeling of like, I have more videos than I have subscribers. What am I doing? Why am I doing this? But I'm going to keep doing this because I am starting to make connections with people. I'm starting to listen to people, and people are starting to listen to me, and they're commenting and they're giving me all sorts of great ideas. And I really feel like if we do this together, there's nothing we can't do. So let's plan for our next chapter in life. Let's get real about what our narrative has been telling us, our negative narrative that we have listened to for way too long.